Hello friend, I want to tell you about the Peugeot 3008 car. Operation, opinions and faults. As for the car itself, of course, as befits a Frenchman, it is mainly plagued by electronic problems. However, it is not a particularly unreliable model. What's more, it comes from a period when Peugeot returned to a form similar to the 90s and began to create really durable vehicles. Unfortunately, this is also a period when good petrol engines were no longer an option. Under the hood of the 3008 were designs prepared in cooperation with BMW, namely the 1.6 VTI and the 1.6 THP. Both are high-risk and full of shortcomings, even factory defects. It is difficult to choose a worse engine because while the VTI is slightly less troublesome, its poor performance does not compensate for hours spent in the workshop. The situation is slightly different with the THP, which is even worse. However, after it has been sorted out, it not only provides great performance, but also can burn little fuel. Of the two evils, I would recommend the 1.6 THP. However, if you want to choose a reasonable version of this car, you should focus on diesels. The 1.6 HDI is a proposal for economical but undemanding drivers. The 2.0 HDI engine is more powerful, more durable, but burns more and requires more expensive repairs. The hybrid version with the 2.0 HDI engine should be avoided. It drives great, has a lot of power, but burns as much as a regular diesel. And a failure of this contraption can end with the premature sale of the car. Theories are even starting to circulate that it is worth buying this car cheaper, because it is simply the least worthy of the entire range, and driving it until the first serious failure, and then selling it for parts, dismantling it yourself, because they are very expensive and hard to get. However, there are no worries about spare parts for regular versions of the Peugeot 3008 because it is related to, among others, the Peugeot 308. The durability of the mechanics is more than satisfactory. Even the automatic gearboxes are quite praised. If there is no Christmas tree lit up on the dashboard, the car has not been flooded, and a diesel is working under the hood, the Peugeot 3008 is worth considering. And as I mentioned earlier, do not write it off without meeting it in person. You may be positively surprised. Common faults in Peugeot 3008. Minor equipment faults, electrical faults, typical diesel faults, costly failures of THP and VTI engines, timing drive, injection, excessive oil consumption, expensive hybrid drive failures in hybrid 4 versions, what to look for, diesel versions, what to avoid, petrols and hybrids. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate my video. If you know any problems with this car that I didn't mention, be sure to write about them in the comments.